I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all.
Jake Paul just got attacked by Andrew Tate after turning down a $3 million fight offer. And honestly, it's hard to blame Tate for going in. Jake claimed the fight wasn't worth the hype and that he had better opportunities. Sure, because picking fights with people way past their prime is definitely a strategy for greatness. Right?
This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which would f you up.
But do you think the king of controversy will hold back? Well, Tate called Jake out for being all talk and no action, accusing him of being too scared to lose.
It's possible.
Yeah.
There's nothing's no, nothing's yes. We'll see. I'll escape this Matrix attack, and perhaps if he needs to be taught a lesson, I'll be the guy to teach him.
Tate made it clear. This wasn't just about cashing in. It's about proving who's the real alpha. And right now, it looks like Jake's more about protecting that precious, undefeated record than actually fighting someone who might give him a challenge.
If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living
Jake Paul and Andrew Tate, two walking controversies with boxing gloves, are tangled in a drama so juicy that it's a reality show waiting to happen. Jake, the problem child who's somehow made a career out of punching people and credibility in the face, recently swerved a $3 million fight offer from Andrew Tate. Yes, you read that right. He turned down $3 million. And unsurprisingly, the internet is now in flames. So why did Jake back out? According to him, the fight isn't big enough. He said there's no hype and claimed he has better opportunities. Sounds smart, right?
When he fought somebody that was actually his age and was actually a boxer and was actually his size, he lost. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to shit on the kid.
Not to his critics. They think it's just another excuse. Jake's career is built on fights with older, retired stars. Big names, sure, but none of them are in their prime. Tate is different. He's younger, skilled, and unpredictable. He's the type of fighter who would turn every press conference into a mental game. That's a level of chaos Jake hasn't dealt with before. Maybe that's why he's staying far away.
If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dickhead like you.
Tate's fiery response has only added fuel to the fire. His challenge wasn't just about boxing, it was a statement. In his words, if you want to send a contract, send one to me. I'll take a break from living my retired life to kick the living hell out of you. It's a bold claim, and it resonates with fans who see Tate as someone willing to back up his words with action. His narrative of being the real alpha has captivated his massive following, but it's also put Jake in an uncomfortable spotlight. Andrew Tate did not take kindly to Jake Paul's rejection of his fight offer. In fact, Tate practically went off the rails, using Jake's refusal as a golden opportunity to drag him through the mud. According to Tate, this isn't about money. No, it's about proving who's the real man. Forget the cash, forget the contracts. This is about ego, reputation, and a little thing called manhood. Tate's disappointment was palpable. He suggested Jake's decision didn't reflect a lack of interest in the fight, but rather a deep-seated fear of actually losing.
Why don't you lose to an old man who's retired? If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dickhead.
And of course, Tate didn't just leave it there. No, he had to hit Jake with the ultimate all-talk, no-action burn. He called Paul out for being a loudmouth, urging him to man up and settle their differences the old-fashioned way, in the ring. As if that wasn't enough, Tate's not shy about offering to teach Jake a lesson in the process. And let's not forget, Tate says this is not just another fight for cash. This is about pride. This is about reputation. Tate's framing it like a gladiator duel, where only one man can leave the arena with dignity. Guess which one's going to be dragged out by the ankle? The controversy has taken over social media, where fans are split into camps. Some are defending Jake's decision, arguing he's simply being strategic with his career. Others, however, are siding with Tate, accusing Jake of ducking a real challenge. The phrase ducking Tate is trending, and the debate shows no signs of cooling off.
Making the money he says he's making, Showtime Boxing wouldn't have gone out of business, and Showtime would have made sure they kept paying him.
The pattern of Jake's fight is undeniable. Jake picks opponents who boost his reputation without posing a real threat. He didn't stop there. Rogan went on to challenge Jake's decision to reject Andrew Tate's fight offer, saying, "Tate is unpredictable and younger. Why avoid him?" This is the test Jake needs if he wants real respect. At 37, Tate is not only younger than Jake's usual opponents, but also comes with a kickboxing pedigree, boasting a 76-9 record. Unlike the past competitors Jake has faced, Tate isn't retired, rusty, or stepping into a sport he's unfamiliar with. While Jake's loyal fan base defends his business acumen and strategic approach, an increasing number of critics are questioning his legitimacy as a boxer. Social media is abuzz with heated debates, with phrases like Jake's circus and ducking Tate trending across platforms.
But long story short, Andrew Tate has been blowing up on social media, partially because of his often chilling views on women or money or even Star Wars.
Meanwhile, Andrew Tate has been weaving his own narrative, framing this drama as part of a much larger battle. Known as the Top G, Tate is as polarizing as they come, with a persona built on unapologetic masculinity and disdain for societal norms. In a fiery social media post, Tate said, "Jake Paul is part of the Matrix. He's a puppet who talks big, but hides when the real challenge comes." But here's where the irony kicks in. For all of Tate's talk about rejecting the system, some critics argue that he's inadvertently feeding into Jake's hype machine. By making such a public spectacle of the rejection, Tate might give Jake exactly what he wants: attention. Jake thrives on controversy. The fuel keeps his brand burning. In rejecting Tate, Jake may have found a way to create buzz without even stepping into the ring. After all, the headlines aren't about Tate's kickboxing record, but Jake's choice to walk away. Let's talk about what would happen if Jake Paul and Andrew Tate actually squared up in the ring. Because this hypothetical fight has more at stake than just punches. It's a clash of egos, reputations, and quite possibly some fragile internet masculinity.